This is Genito Creek. We own both sides of it because the creek moves. And in 1960, when they plotted this land, the creek was over there someplace. I found the old bed, but so both ends of this creek are ours, which doesn't make a lot of difference because it's kind of the same on both sides. There's not much timber, well, no timber because of the stream management zone. There's always something falling into it. You can see here, there's a log on the ground. That's a big, was a red oak. It's on top of the hill, just fell down a couple of years ago, 3 years ago. And but sometimes they block the creek, and then the creek moves. I had an interesting experience here one winter. I was crossing it. I wanted to see what the other side looked like, and there was a log like there's over there. And I thought I'd walk across that log, and I almost made it. And I fell in the water. There are two things that happened in that situation. One is that I was kind of worried I'd get stuck there, and then how long until somebody found me? You'd think I don't know, disappeared. I'd be stuck under the log. There was more debris under that log than this one. Second thing is I had my government-issued BlackBerry in my pocket, and it got wet and it didn't work again. And so I went into the office. I said, my BlackBerry stopped working. They said, what happened to it? I said, well, it got wet. They didn't ask any other questions. I was a little bit worried they would because, how you can explain that? You fell in the river and laid there for a little while and my BlackBerry got killed. But anyway, they gave me a new one. The BlackBerry never much worked down here anyway. It was a little outside the zone. But this is a nice creek area. The only problem is it's hard to get here. You can't really tell from the look of it, but it's a pretty steep hill. And when you come down, you have to be very careful that you don't fall down. Again, that's why you got the magic hoe, which you can use both hands on. This stream floods. It floods about halfway up that hill. And I always think about that when people talk about building houses. This would be a place you'd want to build a house. I mean, look at it. It's just like a perfect place to build a house, except it's underwater part of the year. And it goes pretty far up. I've seen the sand and I've seen the water. But I can imagine a salesman saying, a perfect home site, you just flatten it out a little bit, and sure enough, you got a home site, and you do. It's partly underwater.